Mother of three children who perish in fire under investigation. INDECOM investigating bartender's death. 34 murders in the first 11 days of this year. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. People's National Party President Mark Golding is confident of a win in the upcoming general election based on feedback from Jamaicans to the party's plan for the country should it form the next government. The PNP officially launched its election campaign in East Rural St. Andrew last week. Mr. Golding said that the PNP is prepared to do what is necessary to present the party as the best option for Jamaicans. He says the general sentiment from the campaign trail is that the PNP will form the next government. Meanwhile, the mother of three children who perished in a fire in Cottage District in St. Anne on Sunday is being investigated by the police. A senior investigator said that the cops will be seeking guidance from the Director of Public Prosecutions on whether she should be charged for negligence. He said a 24-year-old woman has been questioned about her whereabouts at the time of the fire, and it was revealed that she was reportedly sleeping in another section of the community at the time of the blaze. 7-year-old Tashana Mathis, a grade 2 student, and two of her siblings, 4-year-old Tashani and 2-year-old Tavano, perished in the pre-dawn blaze, which occurred sometime after 2 a.m. Their grandmother and a 5-year-old sibling managed to escape. Meanwhile, INDECOM is investigating the death of Jimoy Suku, a bartender who was shot dead at a hotel in Mapen, Clarendon on Sunday. She was shot to death by her police boyfriend's gun, and now the family wants a full investigation into her death. The 20-year-old woman's death has apparently been the subject of contradictory statements from the constable. He mentioned that he woke Miss Soku at about 7 on Sunday night in order for them to go shopping for meals. He added that after turning his back, he put his service gun on the bed. The police officer claimed that he then heard a loud explosion and then turned around. He claimed that he discovered his girlfriend had a gunshot wound to her chest at that point, and following her transfer to the hospital, Miss Soku was declared dead. In another account of the incident, the cop said he was about to get something to eat and began removing his service firearm from his leg holster when the weapon slipped from his hand, and in an apparent to catch it, the cop said he accidentally caused the gun to go off. INDECOM Commissioner Hugh Faulkner noted that evidential material has been gathered from the scene, and the hands of the victim as well as the cop have been swabbed for gunshot residue. The officer's gun was also recovered, and he has been asked to submit a statement while an interview will also be scheduled. Now, with 34 killings in the first 11 days of 2025, the nation is off to a shaky start despite a decrease in homicides last year. The number is 8 more than the 26 homicides that were reported during the same time last year, according to the Jamaica Constabulary Force most recent serious crime figures, which were released on Sunday. Between January 1st and January 4th, there were 5 recorded killings, and between January 5th and 11th, the first full week of the year, there were 29 recorded homicides. The JCF has implemented 48-hour curfews in the Kingston Western, St. Andrew Central, St. Andrew South, and St. Catherine South divisions as a result of this situation. And since the year began, at least one homicide has been reported in 14 of the 19 police divisions, according to the most recent crime statistics. There have been 5 homicides in St. Catherine South, 5 in St. Andrew South, 4 in Kingston West, 4 in St. Andrews Central, and 3 in St. Mary. There were 1,139 murders in the nation at the end of 2024, which was 19% fewer than in 2023. Education Minister Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon has expressed outrage over the murder of a female teacher in St. Mary over the weekend. Angela Hamilton, a teacher at Pear Tree Grove Primary and Infant School in St. Mary, was found murdered in her home on Saturday. The body of the 59-year-old woman was found with various wounds. Senator Morris Dixon had described the killing as senseless, noting that it has shaken the education fraternity and the nation as a whole. Dr. Morris Dixon urged people with information on the incident to come forward and assist the police in their investigations. Police are now probing a suspected case of drowning following the death of a man who was reported missing and whose body was found floating in a tank at the back of his house on Sunday in Newport in Manchester. The deceased has been identified as Delroy Spencer, 57, a resident of Meadsfield in Newport, Manchester. A police report on Saturday said relatives reported Spencer as missing and a search for him was launched. On Sunday about 1:10 p.m., Spencer's body was found by relatives in the tank at the back of his house. The police were called to the scene and the body was removed to the morgue for an autopsy. On to sports, we're going to do some English Premier League today. Manchester United held out for over an hour, a man down to knock Arsenal out of the FA Cup on penalties after an exciting 1-1 draw at the Emirates on Sunday. United standing goalkeeper saved a penalty from Martin Odegaard in normal time and then denied Kai Havertz in the shootout as the wasteful Gunners had another day to forget in front of goal. United were perfect from the spot as the much criticized Joshua Zirkzee struck home the winning penalty in front of a jubilant traveling support. Meanwhile, Premier League in Jamaica, Harbourview FC assistant manager Damien Stupy-Stewart said the technical staff will need to change the mindset of the players if they are to avoid relegations from the Jamaica Premier League. The five-time champions narrowly avoided defeat as they drew 1-1 with fellow strugglers Humber Lions at the Harbourview Stadium on Sunday. Humber Lions thought that they were on their way to 3 points when James Thomas converted a controversial awarded penalty in the 25th minute. However, the Clarendon-based side would be on the other end of a controversial penalty decision as well with the last attack of the game. Timar Lewis slotted home comfortably in the 7th minute of stoppage time to give the teams a share of the points. Harbourview, who remain in the relegation zone in 12th on 13 points, have just 3 wins from their 17 outings and are winless in their last 9 games. And if you missed the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bounce. I gone.